The year 264 BC. Carthage was the greatest power in the world. It controlled North Africa, Corsica, Sardinia, and Sicily. Its commercial routes were spread throughout the Mediterranean. 23 years later, the first war against Rome had erased all traces of this splendor. The leader of the Carthaginian army, Hamilcar Barca, was forced to sign a humiliating pact. This entailed the payment of a disproportionate sum and the immediate withdrawal of Carthage from Sicily, Corsica, and Sardinia. Weak, in debt, and lacking resources, Carthage turned its attention towards Hispania, a rich and virgin land, a land to be conquered. After taking Gades, Hamilcar Barca embarked on the conquest of the Iberian Peninsula. By force, he took control of the silver mines of Andalusia and made his way toward Levante, where he established several settlements. When his glory was at its height, he died unexpectedly one cold night in the year 228 BC. He was succeeded by Hasdrubal, who created a new commercial empire that culminated in the founding of New Carthage. In order to stop his advance, Rome forced the signing of the Treaty of Ebro. Following the assassination of Hasdrubal, the Carthaginian army hailed the new leader they had been waiting for, Hannibal. Hannibal had demonstrated that he was a brilliant strategist, a strong leader, and valiant warrior, respected by his troops and feared by his enemies. After conquering Salmantica and Obila, in the spring of 219 BC, he set forth towards Saguntum. Hannibal besieged Saguntum, an action Rome could never accept. The city pleaded for help from Rome, which in turn demanded the retreat of the Carthaginian army. However, Hannibal never retreated. Rome's response to the taking of Saguntum was to start a full-scale war. But Hannibal was undaunted. In a matter of months, he amassed an army and crossed the Ebro River, heading north. Rome entrusted Publius Cornelius Scipio with the task of stopping the Carthaginian general. The Roman consul fortified Marseille and made sure no one could pass. Unexpectedly, Hannibal crossed the Alps with his entire army in the middle of winter, avoiding the coastal route. A risky decision, a brave move, a challenge to the power. After the epic victory at Cannas, Hannibal galloped to the walls of Rome. The city's defenses were powerful. For once, the Carthaginian general acted with caution and withdrew to reconstruct his decimated armies. Rome took the opportunity to strike back. Its legions took control of the south of Hispania and disembarked in Africa. After 15 years of fighting, Hannibal was forced to return and defend Carthage. He had won all of his battles, but had lost the war. We shall never know what course the history of mankind would have taken if Hannibal had decided to besiege Rome. Not long afterwards, the general himself realized that perhaps he had made the wrong decision. Carthage was reduced to ashes. Its inhabitants either perished or were sold into slavery. The once mighty city was no more. The destruction of Carthage put an end to one of the greatest civilizations of the ancient world. Without a power to rival Rome, a new era of Latin domination had begun. But that is another story.